Welcome in, everybody. Episode 10 of Kash and Matty Talkin Golf. This is my good friend, Matt Smith. I'm Steve Kashul, and rolling on. Matt, I feel a little warmth in the air. Maybe in Chicago area, we all feel this because of that week, 10 days we went through -5, 0, +5 for so long, and it was consistently cold and brutal. And now you get up to 40 degrees, even touching 50 during Valentine's weekend, and I got a little golf in the air. Are you feeling it? Do you feel like, there's snow on the ground and everything?
Sure.
As we tape this, but people are talking about
But
golfing. I heard one course might even be opening soon.
Chicago area golfers. This is the Facebook group. People are chatting. Like, people are talking about it. I'm still in indoor. I'm in simulator mode, which is great, but my game's I'm swinging it, right? I'm starting to swing the club a little more over at Golf Factory. The snow's melting. So we're getting close, but I can wait. But I see the light at the end of the tunnel. How about you? I
want to ask you this, because I'll tell you what I feel. If it's middle of March and it's 55 degrees and there's no snow on the ground, it's not too wet, would you play?
Oh, yeah.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't. I needed at least 60, and I'm feeling early April, maybe middle of April, maybe after the Masters.
Yeah.
I see maybe I can go outside.
You're ready to roll then, no.
But it helps me get back into the simulators. I have not done a lot. I've taken lessons where I go at Golf Tech, and my instructor, James Standhart, who is remarkable. But I mostly stay indoors, but now I'm starting to get out with buddies to go to the simulators, which I've not done all winter. So I'm excited about getting the feel for it again.
It's nice. We're getting closer.
Yeah.
We're getting
which
closer.
Is cool. What do we got in the show?
Yeah. Today, we're going to start with keeping it local.
Yep.
Look out, keeping it local. And we're going to dive into a couple topics here, Chicagoland centric. We're going to give some thanks to some sponsors here that have been with us from the beginning. Okay, so we've got a couple just to shout out. Swing Loose Indoor Golf, our friends in Hoffman Estates. Our favorite beer, Kishwaukee Brewing. We've got their Imperial sitting here, tempting us.
Yes.
Per usual. JC Aikenhead Specialized Performance Rehab, taking care of people in the Wheaton, Carroll Stream area and beyond.
Absolutely. He's terrific.
Yep, love what he's doing for everybody out here in the Chicagoland. And then Brian Hilko, Indoor Golf Guys, Golf Factory. So not only has he built the sickest simulator spot in Mount Prospect and the surrounding area, but he's bringing simulators to people's homes and commercially. He's building with Indoor Golf Guys.
Which is great. It's getting very popular.
Yeah. All right. Hey, couple stories here. We have to lead with the story that's been all over anyone in the Chicagoland that's into golf. That would be the Megalodome in Oswego.
You say that very well, because it's not easy to say. By the way, we're also
practicing.
have a special guest. Shane Bacon is going to join us a little
yes.
later on.
Yes.
Shane is a broadcaster. He does the Masters every year.
Stoked for that.
Away from CBS. He's on the internet doing the Masters with like 3-4 holes or whatever. He does a wonderful job. He wrote a children's book. He's caddied at St. Andrews. Tell us a little bit about that when we ask him. So some fun with Shane Bacon.
Absolutely.
From Golf Channel. Fox Sports, he did the U.S. Open and everything else, a little Chicago tie as well. But yeah, hey, say that again. I can't say it. Megalodome.
I've been working on it. It's the Megalodome Golf.
Megalodome.
That they're
it's
looking
a hot topic right now.
Yeah, Oswego, putting that absolutely putting Oswego on the map even more. So here's what they're if you haven't heard about it, read about it, seen it on your socials, what they're going for is a desert themed. This, like, once again, I can't just gloss over this. We're going to spend some time here. A desert themed indoor 9-hole course, full 9 holes. It is going to be an executive style where they're doing, their plan is to do 6 par 3s and 3 par 4s, so a par 30, but full on indoor. The world's first.
4 domes.
4 total domes,
4
correct.
separate domes. One will be just a practice
That's what I read, yeah.
Yep, with locker rooms and amenities, a pro shop, food and drink.
Did you read about the driving? They're doing a driving range in that one, stretching back 275 yards, what I read.
Very cool.
Tell us more. And tell us more, Steve, and your take.
3 holes per dome. Each hole would measure between 100 yards and 280 yards. It's a $50 million project. They're looking for not only sponsors, but really they're looking for people to become
invest.
Owners.
They're raising money.
Spread over 100 acres. This is a Canada-based company, and there's going to be water features, 674 parking spaces. I'm, on my full-time job is in commercial insurance now, and I already do the Whitetail Ridge Golf Dome, which is phenomenal. And I'm great friends with the people at Willow Hill Dome in Northbrook, which is the biggest dome in the area. And of course, there's the Mistwood Dome. And,
the king of the domes.
Yeah, the domes are big. I wish they were around when I was growing up here in this area so I could play some indoor golf, but it's very popular. But this is the next level. It's not only driving range, which all these domes have, okay? It is actual go in and play golf. Is there a market for it in the winter? I think it is. They're picking Oswego, Illinois, a company from Canada, which is very interesting. Why not? Why not Chicago area compared to North Dakota or somewhere in Canada?
People,
I'm sure they can
a
sell
little
it. But
more.
what are they going to charge, Matt? What would you pay for, to play? And they're expecting a lot of people. I mean, they're already worried. The village of Oswego, from what I read, is already worried about traffic patterns. And, as I said, where are these people going to come from? And they're going to build more hotels.
They've talked about more of an entertainment
spot.
Yeah, you'll have to if it.
Wow, that's big.
If they build something that is top tier quality, it will. I can see it doing well, right? They're going to be open year round. I read that their plan, once again, these are all plans. We're not talking about anything that obviously this doesn't exist yet. They're looking for end of 2027 is the hopeful goal. But
so are the Bears. The Dome and the Bears stadium, right?
It sounds like the Megalodome will beat them
by then.
Oh, they're going to beat them to it, obviously. But 6 a.m., they're planning on being open from 6 a.m. to midnight. Once again, these are just talks, but Steve, 110-foot ceilings, right? The top of the dome, 110 feet up there. And I saw on their website, they just published a banner just recent that they're going to be out at the Chicago Golf Show promoting. So when this first came out, I don't know how you felt about it, but a few months back when I saw something just come across my feed, I just really didn't think it was real. It sounded almost fake, right? But now with the website saying they're going to be out at the show, I'm definitely going to have a conversation. I bet they're going to be really busy with conversations. People just being interested in picking their brains.
These people. I hope it's the owner or an executive there instead of just salespeople.
Yeah,
but they're going to know. But on their website, they've got a really nice website. It's not very big, but they've got a 2-minute video of what this thing's going to look like. There's water features.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. I'm always concerned though, Matt, like with the indoor simulators and the people who own those, because they all tell me, boy, in the summer, people love in Chicago to go out and play golf, right?
Yeah.
Outside. Now, can you play at night here? Obviously. Can you play when it rains? Obviously. And, you think about it. I mean, this thing would probably start getting popular in November, okay, and then go through April. Those are their prime months, like the golf domes. Right? But even these golf domes, they don't see a lot of action during the summer. So are these people going to make enough money to make this make sense? And what are they going to charge per 9 holes? What's the most you would pay, really, you
for
or
9
me,
holes?
to go play something like this?
I'd spend $100.
Would you?
Would you spend $100?
I don't know.
On a first play, because of the experience, and I imagine that's so much of their philosophy, their thinking going into this is you're paying for something so unique. Like $100 for 9 holes is a lot.
It is.
And I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I'd budge above that. Like somebody said you're on for $125, I might do it as well, but I'm not. I wouldn't pay more than that. Still 9 holes, and it's not even it's a par 30. Don't get me wrong, like so cool, but that's my limit.
Well, but think about it, okay? It's some of these simulator places. I go play a simulator indoor place, and I'm paying $60 before food and drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this is with another guy. We try to get in 18 holes,
Split it
in
up,
3
yeah.
hours,
Yeah.
and it's still $50-$60, and you can get less if you bring more guys. Bring a foursome. Try to play for 2 hours. Maybe it's 40 per person or something. So it's not that far off when I think about it. Paying another 40 to actually play indoors in the winter and not having to travel anywhere. So I'm open to it. Let's let it get built first. Let's see if it's going to become a reality. But I think it's an interesting, hot topic right now. And I'm
100%.
glad they're going to be at the golf show. That makes it more real, right? The Chicago Golf Show.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'm looking forward to meeting these guys. So I'm all for it. I love the growth of the game, whatever way we see it, as long as it's not my money, trying to invest in this. But hopefully there's enough people. I mean, it's interesting, Matt. We can't get a PGA Tour event here or a Champions
But we
Tour.
get
or
we
an
get a
LPGA event.
Megalodome.
We're going to get a $50 million Megalodome. I'll never be able to say
You're getting better at it.
That's funny. Let's move on.
Yeah, just a few more topics. So speaking of the golf show, that's the CDGA golf show. That's coming up. It's coming up the 27th of this month, February through March 1st.
Yep.
It's going to run on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Nice 3-day event. And somewhat recent, I don't know, a few weeks back, they announced Hank Haney and Bubby from Good Good.
Who's Bubby?
He's been waiting all day.
Hank Haney used to be Tiger's teacher. He relocated from, I think he was in Texas and he was in Arizona, but now he's relocated to the North Shore and he's giving lessons. And that's a real, a hidden gem. Where he's going, where he is, But Hank Haney is one of the great teachers in the world, obviously. But you mentioned Bubby, a good golf guy. The last time I knew a Bubby, she was selling jewelry up in the North Shore jewelry store, Bubby Bain. I really know a woman named Bubby Bain, and she used to sell jewelry.
You're not kidding.
But
I thought you'd call him Bubbles, so I give you credit for getting
this guy?
Bubby. So his name's Tom Broders.
He's local too, isn't he?
He is. He's Mr. Palatine.
Wow.
He's one of the good guys. So massive following. We've talked about this on our show a couple times, but they're running events. They're on the Golf Channel these days. They're doing a good tour. They're one of Steve. They're one of a few groups right now that's just taken over the YouTube golf scene, and they're celebrities 100% in
why
their
are
own
they
right.
selling this? Why? Why are they popular? I know why they're. They love it. They love the game. They're trying to make money doing it, become more popular, and be able to be and make an appearance at a Chicago golf show in Rosemont. But why are you enticed? Why is it so interesting watching these so-called golf influencers?
Sure, because it's entertainment. They golf, but it happens to be in a more entertainment.
What's the entertainment value? Four guys I don't know. Is it because they're betting? Because they're mic'd and they're good?
You're getting there,
Okay.
yeah.
What
Some
else?
of those things, just some of the way they gamify some of the. They're not just always playing a 9 or 18 hole round. It could be little competitions, betting against one another, different groups on YouTube.
Okay.
These were, Bubby and Brad Dalkey. There's another guy in Good.
Okay.
They were in the internet. This is for half of our audience here. Half of our listeners are saying, "Come on, Steve, get with it." The other half, I bet it's a coin flip. I think you're right. The other half of our listeners are asking the same questions. It's entertainment, and at the end of the day, they're getting followers, they're getting views because they professionally produce this content incredibly well. They hire full-time staffs, and similar to what we're going for with our show, we're growing our following. We're just getting going here, but these are groups that have been putting out great, interesting golf content for a few years now.
I think it's good, and I did witness it firsthand last summer at the Live event at Bolingbrook Golf Club, where I saw that John Rahm and Sergio Garcia and Phil Mickelson were all involved, and these influencers and good golf, whoever it was, you know the names better than I do. I was just watching on a Wednesday, practice round, and the afternoon these guys went at it, and Phil was betting big money against these guys, and again you get Rom and Sergio involved and interested.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, you know.
Yeah.
So they bought in, and again, I don't want to rip it. It's not my generation. Okay, the guys I play golf with, I don't know they've ever heard of this, of good golf and all of that, but I know Kemper Lakes had a big thing, which, you know, I admire the people out there greatly, and that was popular. And Matt, whatever you could do to grow the game and bring more people into the game, I'm all for. So I'm slowly getting to learn about these guys, and one of these days I'm going to tune in and maybe watch it.
You just, if for those with young kids or just, it's all about the demographics, right?
Yeah.
What's going to grab someone's attention and keep their attention. Imagine the 10-year-old to 15-year-old or so, and are they going to be more entertained by watching third round coverage of the PGA Tour strolling the fairways with the same commentators in that format?
Yeah.
Or are they going to want to watch something that's funny? These guys they're mic'd up, they're authentic, it's unfiltered.
Yeah.
That's where a particular demographic might just be more into that.
All right.
So yeah.
So bottom line is the CDGA Golf Show. What's his name?
Bubby. Tom Bubby Broders and Hank Haney will be
headliners.
The headliners on the main stage. Good. Bubby's he's gonna be on the main stage Saturday and Sunday, where Haney's will be up there Friday and Sunday. So fun to look forward to. We'll get out there. So looking forward to that. Just a couple weeks out.
Good.
Keeping it local here, Arrowhead down in Wheaton, and Mount Prospect Golf Course.
One of your favorite places.
One of my favorite spots. They're both kicking off their 100-year celebrations.
Yeah, that's neat. It really is. You know what I love about that the most is that they've stayed the course. No pun intended. Okay, I mean, really, they've stood the test of time. You know, so many courses go under. All right,
sure,
not so many, but there are courses that go under. You don't think about them being around for 100 years. You know, so you get them bought and sold, and all of a sudden the developer comes in, and you know, I mean, Naperville, that's where I live. You know, you think there's no more space for any houses. I just drove past two areas where they knocked down, or took over kids' sporting fields, and where kids used to play lacrosse and soccer, and now they're building homes on it. So, and that's what happened to different golf courses. You know, these places, as I said, bought and sold, and if you can stand the test of time and go on 100 years, even
unbelievable.
Though,
a lot of places don't. A lot of places don't last, or things change drastically. But right now, both places are Park District owned,
and they're phenomenal
doing
golf
great.
courses.
Yeah,
they really are
doing great. We just wanted to give them some love going into year 100 for both of them. I just spent.
Amazing.
I told you about this, Steve, how Mount Prospect had a dinner and a celebration. Because when we talked about this, and rightfully so, Steve, you go, well, we can maybe hold off on that as the seasons, you know,
right.
the outdoor
There'll
season
be more
isn't,
events planned.
Yeah. I just wanted to give them some love that they're starting to run some events. Both will be doing some special things, and yeah, they've stood the test of time, and they're doing it at the highest level for Chicago public golf. So we love that. President's Cup.
Yeah. How about this? I saw it. I got a news release, and I think this is interesting. Excuse me. So President's Cup coming to Medina this September 22nd to the 27th, okay? And for not for the first time, they do this with every golf event really almost in the world. They're looking for volunteers, okay? And it's a first come, first served basis, and I guess these get gobbled up pretty quickly, you know.
Especially
if you want to
the
become
top positions,
if you want to become a volunteer, you must be 18 years of age or older, okay? Now, the little caveat here is you have to pay a $260 registration fee, which first time I heard about that, I'm like, wow, they're charging me to volunteer to work. But what do you get for that $260? You get access to the tournament every day, whether you work or not, which
nice.
Could be worth the price right
nice,
there.
Totally, yeah.
I mean, think about what those tickets are going to go for. You get two President Cup polos, one pullover, and one President's Cup hat. You get meal vouchers for when you work, okay? And you have to work a minimum of 3 sessions, like
Okay.
3 6-hour shifts. Okay. But the interesting part is, I mean, the best would be, okay, park me at the second hole, where I could direct traffic and I could watch all these guys and watch golf as well. But you might be at the admissions gate, you might be back at the driving range, But again, I guess you can pick first come first serve where you want to serve or where you want to volunteer. But have you ever done this? I know a lot of people that have. Have you?
I have.
I've never.
BMW, so Medina BMW.
Yeah. When JT
2019, I don't know, handful
won?
of years back.
JT with 27 under or whatever.
Yeah,
They redid
JT. And then 06. Oh gosh, this goes back. 06 PGA at Medina.
Yeah.
As well. Volunteered at both. Aaron Hills volunteered up there. So yeah, things have changed.
So you've done this. You've been a volunteer.
Yeah, and
for a 6-hour shift.
Yeah, for shifts.
Okay. How is it? What do you think?
It's fine.
You've done it more than once, so it had to.
Yeah, well, it was nice. I mean, at that time and at that age, it was nice to have all that access to get tickets for those extra days.
Yep.
When I was that age as well, like the meal vouchers, all those things were a little more appealing than they might be now.
Sure.
Still really nice. Don't get me wrong, but nowadays, when you say first come first serve, what's tough about that is, from my understanding, maybe things have changed. A lot of those the more preferred roles have been already accounted for.
Yep.
So you're getting some of the security or fan, what do they call it now? Just making sure fans behave, or
right.
Over in the parking lot, just standing there for several hours.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're selecting a few, like on their website, you'll check a few things that you would prefer to do and you'll get what you get out of those. So I don't know, like I still think it's a great thing. Even to this day, maybe I'd consider it. I don't plan on it this go around personally to volunteer, but like I could see why some friends, or if we weren't going out there ourselves, like I can see why you still might want to do it.
I like the way that they structure this, because I'm thinking, okay, would I get there at 6 a.m. to work for 6 hours and go till noon, and then I got the rest of the time to go watch golf?
Well, that's
pretty cool. It really is,
Yeah.
So not having to do a 12-hour shift, right? You have to do 3 6-hour shifts in order to.
You're right. It's manageable. It's manageable.
Yeah. So
totally manageable.
Do a shift like that, or 8 to 2, and then go watch golf for 4 hours. That's pretty cool.
So what we're saying is, hey, check out the website.
President's Cup volunteer registration now live. And if you want to go volunteer, it costs you $260. But again, what you get is not bad, because by the time you go to the merchandise tent and go buy a couple of shirts, a hat, a pullover, you get your meals, right? Plus tickets to the event. It's actually a really good deal when I think about it.
The JT, we're just going to call it the JT BMW. That was a Peter Millar quarter zip.
Nice.
And at that point, it wasn't $260. It was much less, and you got a nice, you get some nice gear and a polo. Yeah, so. Definitely worth looking at the website and seeing if it works for you.
Yep,
100%.
Absolutely. I think it's cool.
2 more things here, keeping it local. hapfoundation.org. Let me say that again. Hap for Ian Happ, Cubs player. Ian Happ,
player.
yeah. hapfoundation.org hosted their For the Kids at 5 Iron in Bucktown. That used to be the green.
FORE for the kids?
FORE.
All right, just like Channel
For the
4
Kids.
Productions.
Just like that. So they were hosting For the Kids. This was back in mid-January. So they raised, we love to call out awesome things happening in the community, and especially a Cub. They raised $50,000 for the first tee of Greater Chicago.
That's great.
Just nice to see Ian Happ, big golf guy, still playing with the Cubs, doing awesome things, and just wanted to give a little love to that foundation and what they're doing.
You can contribute anywhere you want for these, I would call them varsity athletes, for these pro athletes. But to pick a golf avenue there, I think is great.
Yeah.
And First Tee of Greater Chicago, First Tee, I think is all around the country, and if not around the world. But they do great work for teaching youngsters, or those that aren't as fortunate maybe to have the money or funds to go play golf, right? So to contribute like that, Nice going, Ian Happ.
Yeah, be on the lookout. hapfoundation.org. It's First Tee Greater Chicago. They've got a few other Chicago-centric, like youth charities they're giving back to. So
Good.
really, really nice. Final note, friend of mine. I'm giving DJ a little love here. Friend of mine, DJ over at Red Barn, Mount Prospect.
Ate there not long ago.
We did.
Yes.
We did. We
it
brought
was
the whole
good.
crew. The
Yeah.
whole crew
Oh,
out
I had
there.
a patty melt. It was incredible. It was really, really
Still
good.
talking about it. It's
Love
good.
the patty melt.
Their empanadas were great. That's what
Yep.
I
Yep.
tried. So yeah, Red Barn's doing a 4-man scramble coming up with Golf Factory, my spot. So March 22nd.
Okay.
You get golf, and then there's an after party over at Red Barn. So some drink tickets, some food. So you get good food. You get Golf
Nice.
Factory.
March
Everything.
22nd.
March 22nd, and that's just all right. So Golf Factory. We've talked about it enough. That's they're in Randhurst.
Yep.
And Red Barn is right off the entrance there.
Good.
So
Good.
see what you're doing there, DJ. That's pretty awesome. Let's give some love, and I'll give some love to Human Interest,
Okay.
to Katie, and we will get into part 2 of Cashing Out
Absolutely.
after this. So Katie, Human Interest, accounting and HR professionals. Are you looking for a reliable 401k partner? Human Interest simplifies your client's life with seamless integration and guaranteed service. Become a valuable resource to your clients and explore our revenue share and referral programs. Strengthen your client relationships. Partner with Human Interest today. Contact your local expert, Katie Francis. Her number is 708-745-1447. Her email, kathleen.francis@humaninterest.com.
Speaking of sponsors, if you checked out what I'm wearing today.
This guy's decked out in the
like
shack.
this?
The shack swag.
Yeah, that's the Shack Indoor Golf Center in Glenview. Love that place, right?
Yep.
Nick does such a great job as the owner. He's kind of a food guy and a golf guy, so he makes great food. It's got an incredible bar.
He likes his whiskeys and he
Yeah.
likes his bourbons. That too.
Oh my goodness! And it's such a cool place, and it's popular. Okay, and they've got a number of golf simulators that are outstanding. They've got even a stadium set up right there where you could bring a bunch of people. But
Are
this
they
is a
selling?
beautiful
Are they
piece.
selling
I
merch
think they
too?
are. Yeah.
Gosh, Steve.
I'm telling you,
All right.
our guy Kunks. You know Mr. Kunkel? Oh, he's the best.
Who's that?
Mr. Kunkel. You know Greg Kunkel?
Should I know Greg Kunkel?
Greg was the caddy master forever, okay, up at Sunset Ridge Country Club, and I think he's a maybe part investor in the Shack.
There you go.
He's caddy for Michael Jordan. He knows everyone in the golf world, especially Chicago. But
Sounds like I got to meet him.
great guy.
Kunkel, huh?
Kunks, yep.
Kunks. If you really know, if you know, you know.
Yep.
Kunks.
Yep. He sent me this, and I said I'm going to wear it on the podcast. And
Yeah.
we've had Nick and his people, Nick Larkin, the owner.
Yeah.
You know, they do a great job, but it's really a good place. Again, the Shack in Glenview. And can I read one more promo
You can.
before we get into, because what we're getting next?
Let's do it. Yeah,
You
one
wanna do this
more.
first?
No, let's give Gary his
We're
love
talking
here.
about the warm weather, right? Because this place can't wait to.
Do it.
Well, they do
Do it.
indoors too, but I know we can't wait to get out there in the summer. Their business began in 1959, staffed by PGA professionals, 80 years of experience. We're talking about Pro Circle Golf Center. Shop has been awarded top 100 status 4 times in club fitting. They got a great practice facility with grass tees, sand bunker, putting green, separate chipping area, indoor golf lessons during the winter or even the summer months, with accomplished PGA teacher Gary Shastel using Doppler radar video to explain to a student how a golf swing works, how a golf club works, what will work best for the student. No cookie cutter lessons or club fitting. Everything is tailored to the client. Best customer service in the business. Many positive reviews. Check out their website at ProCircleGolfCenter.com. They're located on Route 12 in Spring Grove, Illinois. Their phone number is 815-675-2747. Gary Shastel was a guest here a couple of episodes ago. Really a fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah, and the history. He knows it all.
He's a riot.
To take a lesson with this guy and just, pick his brain about golf and how everything started, or in this area, he knows it all.
I'm excited to try out the range the way he described, like how he's built onto it, how long they've been there, the way he's, I I think we joked with him, or I asked him initially when they opened how far was the range or how far back would it stretch, 200 something. And he says now the way they've converted, I just want to see the place. Just want to see the place. So,
I've been there many times. It's really cool.
Yeah?
Yep.
There you go.
And Gary does such a great job. I mean, there's a lot of golf pros in the area, but just having him on center, we spent 20 minutes with him, right?
I know.
That was entertaining.
I know.
He was really
we could have gone on and on.
Yeah.
You know, we can go on and on, just the two of us here. So when we bring on a guest, things can get slippery quick. Cashing out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Golf betting.
We Adam Wessel. This might be your last mention, my friend. He gave us this idea. Mount Prospect, my boy Adam said,
I walked the PGA Golf Show with him.
Well, he says, why don't you do a little play on words with Cash? And so we are. So week 2 here of Cashing Out. Anyone listening is going to realize because of the way this times out, we're skipping Pebble, right? So we skipped Pebble. I'm going to give an update, though, before we get into the Genesis and what will be coming up this weekend. Cash, we were texting back and forth, and he wanted to remind me that he picked Siwoo Kim.
And hottest guy.
Hey, I'm calling the 30-second. I'm calling the timeout on that. On this show, Steve, you called Spieth and Novak. Siwoo, perhaps within your league.
Yep.
You either you.
Well,
I don't think you changed it.
Let me preface
but
this.
you were looking at Spieth and Novak.
Well, Spieth I had to pick in December.
Okay.
Because that's my one league where it's the International Network of Golf Media.
Yes.
We've got about 45 guys and women, and it's all the national golf media. And you have to make your choices before
Ahead of
the
time.
first
Understood,
tournament.
yeah.
So I did this early January before the Sony. I had to pick a player to win
I follow.
each
Where did
tournament.
Siwoo come into the mix?
Well, so Spieth didn't make the cut. Because
right.
you do a little history, find out Spieth has been playing, he's played well in the past at Waste Management.
And you root for him. I root for Spieth.
Yeah.
But
I know, but no, Siwoo, he's had no one probably, maybe this side of Scheffler, has had a hotter start on the
got
PGA
her up
Tour.
right now
Got
too.
her
But
up
yes,
right-
Siwoo's as hot as anyone. No
So
doubt.
I picked Siwoo Kim a day before the Waste Management. That was in another pool
Okay.
that I'm in. Okay, it's kind of a one and done type thing. Not
Got
one
it.
and done, but you pick one pro, can't use them again, but you can make the pick the day before the tournament.
Right.
So that's why I picked Siwoo.
Gotcha.
He was leading the tournament for a little bit on Saturday
He was right
and
there.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he finished maybe T4.
He was right there. He was right there.
Yeah.
My pick.
You did a good one.
I did. Especially when similar format where you're picking the guy leading up to the event.
Yep.
You lose him. You use him. You lose him. One and done. Jake Knapp.
Yeah. Did really
Played
well.
great. So he finished 7th, but there was just that pile up at T3. So he was just off the lead. So I loved what Knapp did there. Actually, he finished 8th. There was such a big pile up at the 3rd place. So now going into Riviera and the Genesis, cashing out. Cash, who do we got and why for the Genesis?
I picked Patrick Cantlay. Okay. And again, this made my pick early January just because of his history there. He's played very well. California guy, so it just always plays well. They didn't play this last year at Riviera, remember, because of the Pacific Palisades fires. Remember? They took it to Torrey Pines.
Yep. Yeah.
So back at Pacific Palisades, the Riv, and I'm hoping for Cantlay. I usually pick Cantlay later in the year. Okay, I pick him around the BMW Championship and the Tour Championship because I know he always plays well at the end of the year. The guy is consistent. He's not one of my favorite golfers.
He's what a fan favorite
piece of
there.
Work.
What
yeah,
a
yeah,
fan
he's a piece
favorite.
of work. But
we all are
I
a piece of
Cantlay.
work,
who,
though.
Who are you picking? Who'd you pick? Or are you picking? You don't know yet.
This is where I get to say, hey, we'll just wait and see.
Okay.
I'll make my pick the week of. I think people like.
And
that.
I get a second pick that I get to pick the week.
Sure, we
of,
can give
so.
you. We can give you number. You're right. You do.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah,
So
for
my
other
pick.
pool.
I'll share on our socials both your Cantlay pick.
Okay.
Your second pick, and I'll share mine. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this will air after the fact, but my mind is still on Pebble as we're approaching Pebble.
Yeah.
As of today's
and guys
recording.
who play great. Justin Rose plays great there. Jason Day plays really
Look out.
well there.
Like those.
Yeah. Rory won it last year because it's a signature event. Usually don't get these top players You don't get Rory at Pebble. You just don't, right?
Right. Yeah.
But
Now it's signature. Yeah.
meaning that
Everybody's
it's a
coming
$20
out.
million purse on a signature event.
Hey, this will be after the
So-
fact, but Akshay or Matt Fitzpatrick will win.
Okay, they played very well at Waste Management. By the way, let me ask you something. I was thinking of this, and I was, you and I go back and forth texting about what we want to talk about during these
Yeah.
podcasts. All right, not to rip the tournament because it's one of the more popular and well-attended tournaments in the world, the Waste Management Open.
Just rip
But-
it then, Steve.
Well,
Go ahead and
let
rip
me
it.
ask you this. I know how much you love, and I love nice clothing, right? Golf clothing, right? We're
Mm-hmm. Sure.
into the clothes. Look at you. You got Windy City Wizards, the Artie hat. You got is this an Adidas
This is
piece?
level wear.
Level wear?
Uh-huh.
Looks like an Adidas logo.
Sure.
But okay, you got what is the logo over there? That's cool.
This is wait till you see this. That's the park
Oh, I like that.
down in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Very
Look at-
cool.
they
So
got that hidden
you're,
in there.
you're like me. We love logos. We love good looking, soft fabric clothing, right?
What are you getting at? You don't like the, come on.
No. Would you buy a Waste Management shirt?
100%.
Why?
Well, are you talking about,
If
what are
I
you talking,
walked
are you talking
into
about a polo? What are you talking about?
Anything that had the Waste Management on it, okay? And
I'm
again,
buying it all.
I respect
Yes.
that they back the tournament and they're a popular tournament. They do the 16th hole unlike any other
Yeah.
tour in the world or tournament in the world or hole in the world. But I don't know. It's Waste Management. You know what that
sorry.
means?
Well, it's a garbage. Yeah,
Yes.
they're recycling. All right, they're Is that the why? I'm trying to. I want to
yeah,
know why.
Yeah, that's the why. If I wore that to a family party, they'd be like, Waste Management? Do you get a new job? And I go, no, it's a golf tournament. Yeah, you like the shirt?
Hey.
I just wouldn't buy anything that ever had Waste Management on it.
So you wouldn't buy it, but it would if you were
If someone gave it to me,
someone gave you it, would you wear it?
Maybe on the golf course with my
In the dark.
my other threesome of
If it
friends.
were dark out.
But and maybe if my wife go out for a late night drink or something and no one else is at,
no one's around.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm being facetious. But
I think
would
you're being-
I wear a Waste Management? I guess you wear it anywhere now. No one cares. I did figure that out at my age, Matt. I figured out. I always worry about my shoes and
Sure.
you're this or that. I mean, be clean,
Yeah.
be well kept, but no one cares what you wear these days.
Not
I mean,
really.
At church we used
Not
to grow up.
really.
We used to go to church, Catholic church here in this area with suits and ties on.
Were you
right?
here at was it St. Juliana?
No, we grew up with the Ukrainian Catholic Church, 5,000 North Cumberland,
Okay.
next to Norwich in Chicago.
Okay.
But people dressed up. The
Yeah.
men wore suits.
Times have changed
the
a little,
ladies
huh?
wear dresses. Now people come in jeans and hoodies.
Yeah,
And hats. I saw a
Lucky.
kid with a hat on. You get to at least take the hat off.
Lucky
in
to
church,
get 'em
all
in
right?
jeans, right?
But I'm saying no one cares what you wear these days. Business casual has become jeans and maybe a sports jacket or a sport coat, two different things. But it's just funny. We're rambling on here.
No,
but,
hey.
I got out my soapbox.
Well, before we bring on our new buddy Bacon, Shane,
Bacon.
before we have Shane, we want to give a quick bit of love to Smart Golf and Fitness. All right, we got
those guys are
one
great.
more group to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
some good things about because this is anyone that we brought on to sponsor, like there is a genuine belief in the product, the people, right? I mean, I hope that's come across to our audience. And Smart Golf and Fitness in their facilities, their approach. Of late, what I've been noticing that Joe's has been doing with his social
Joe
media.
Sheeran.
Yeah, Joe's just been going really into kind of a next level of instruction, a little bit more of the why behind the how. And I just think if you're looking for a premium experience, that is
Nowhere better.
that is an option A. And our guy JC, I mean, we know for a fact we've got two different fitness
Right, JC
groups. We got
Aikenhead,
JC with specialized performance rehab,
right, and there's Tommy Azuma and
Right.
Joe Sheeran,
And
who
we
are
can-
doing
they both can
Smart
win, and they
Golf.
both are
They can.
winning.
They can.
Yeah.
They've got 3 locations. Smart Golf. It's again when I first walked into that place, Northbrook, blown away. And it's on the Golf Scene TV show. If you want to look at that,
Yeah.
we did a 4 or 5 minute feature on it, and I'm proud of that feature because our guys did a great job. They do a great job with the Ryan Interactive wherever they shoot. Will and Laird and Rosie in the group, but it is. The minute I walked in there, I said, "What?" And then you go to the next part. What? And next part. What? 3,000 square foot fitness center.
you want to be a
players'
member, right?
lounge,
You want to be a member there,
the
like you.
two putting
yeah,
greens, simulators everywhere, food and drink. It's really cool. Pro shop that's well done and
Yeah.
good quality stuff. So yeah, hats off to Smart Golf. Shane Bacon is up next.
Let's have Shane on.
Time now for our guest on Kash and Matty Talkin Golf. And Matt, you booked a good one here. I've never met Shane Bacon in person, but we have a lot of mutual friends in the golf business and golf broadcast world. And doing a little research, Shane has done everything, hasn't he?
I had to ask Shane. Yes, he has. Hey Shane, what brought more anxiety, covering the match with Tiger and Phil, or joining us today, coming on with Kash and Matty?
Yeah, I mean, similar, I'd say, vibes. Same anticipation. Didn't sleep great last night, but yeah, the like headed out probably 3 days before it started, and spent like a full probably half day the day before the match just on the golf course with Phil and Tiger and our producer. And it was like, I was probably like 28 or something at the time. And so, you're just like, this is so weird and surreal that, because this was like first drone ever in golf, for that thing. The drone was like, it looked like the size of a car, They had to like make sure they were comfortable with the drone flying around,
Yeah, over everybody.
So it
Let's
didn't
not forget
crash.
that, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is a close second.
Yeah, I mean, maybe tied first.
Okay.
Maybe tied first.
Very good.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you got for Shane? I had to lead with that one today.
Absolutely. What's the besides that, the match? I mean, is that you've had quite a career, Shane, and you're still very young, so it's climbing, but it's a crazy broadcast world, isn't it? And I mean, Golf Channel and events and tournaments, and it's really something. I mean, we're all kind of survivors, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to, I mean, I think for me it was trying to figure out what I like to do the best. Was it studio work or live golf or live sport, all that stuff? I mean, the thing about broadcasting is you don't do broadcasting until you do it. I mean, I think that's something people don't really understand, especially like the ex-athlete, ex-player. You don't really ever do it until you do it for the first time. And so just getting comfortable with what I like to do. And I think what I've learned about myself is I like doing the live sport the most. And so, when I get an opportunity to do live golf or anything besides live golf, I mean, I think that's where I try to lean, because studio's fun, but I think it's just, for me, I'd prefer to do, a live golf tournament or a live sporting event over that.
Yeah. How many years, Shane, out of Arizona, out of school, you get into your first golf gig, right? Your first live event, right? About how many years after getting out of school was that?
Yeah, I was I got out of college in '06. I started a blog probably the year after. I wrote in college for the student newspaper there, so I wrote a lot of golf throughout my years in college. I mean, they paid for the job. It was amazing. I mean, you'd get like $500 as a paycheck. You couldn't believe it as a college kid. That buys a lot of $11 30 packs of Keystone Light in Tucson, Arizona. And so I wrote for a lot of different places. That was like the early internet days where nobody really knew what they were doing, but we just all were trying. And so, I mean, I wrote golf for Deadspin and websites called like With Leather, I mean, these places that, I mean, probably don't even exist on the internet anymore. And they're paying you $25 or $30 an article. My first TV gig was 2014. I mean, so, you're talking, what's that, 8 years? I mean, before I got a TV gig. I think I did a couple of like internet TV things for Yahoo Sports back in the day. I remember I went to the rodeo in Vegas one time. I hope that video doesn't exist on the internet anymore. But I mean, yeah, the first like real live sporting event for me was 2014, and basically that's where it kicked off.
Got it.
And you caddied. Did you really caddy at St. Andrews and not the one here in in West Chicago, Illinois, but the St. Andrews? Is that true?
Yeah. Buddy of mine, my buddy Will Freilich and I, he had a caddy buddy that spent half the year in Scotland, half the year in Scottsdale. And we would sit on our roof in Tucson and drink beer and toss around ideas. And Will was like a big golf nerd, like loved golf. we played golf all the time together. And we talked about caddying after college for a summer and just seeing how it went. And I remember one day we're like, if we're going to do it, let's do it. We're going to buy tickets. And we flew over, and the guy's name was Dave that set us up over in St. Andrews. He got us set up with this lady that had an extra bedroom. And so we had 2 beds in there, and we paid her 40 pounds a week to rent the house. And I caddied the first full day I was there around the old course. I mean, it was wild. It was a different time, this was 2006, but yeah, we spent a summer. I caddied in the same group as Peter Thompson playing the old course. I was around, Jerry Tardy I met doing that, who I've eventually, become friendly with and known through Golf Digest days. And I caddied for pro athletes that were cool, and I caddied for some people that weren't so cool. And you learned a lot, met a lot of people. And I wish I'd have spent a little more time doing it, but I'm very glad I did it when I did it.
Shane, it was what to me is as shocking as anything. It was your first caddy gig, yeah? Or had you caddied? Did you carry the bag elsewhere?
No, never had before. Will had caddied at Estancia in Scottsdale. That's where he met the guy. But no, I'd never looped. I don't think I'd carried a bag in my life. The first caddy loop in my life was at St. Andrews, yeah.
And how different is that, Shane? For put in perspective for maybe caddies, we're so familiar with the Western Golf Association and our Evans Scholars and everything, and but what's it like at St. Andrews? What's a day like when you're waiting for a loop?
Yeah, we would wake up early. When I was there, they had a slot for the first 40 senior caddies of the day. So if you were a senior caddy, you got to go out the first 40 spots. Outside of that, it was first come, first serve. So we'd wake up, we'd grab something quick like at the gas station, walk down to the golf course, put our names in. And then this is dating us, which is hilarious. But we would go to the internet cafe and send out, emails to our girlfriends and family and stuff about what's going on. And then we'd walk back, and they would have a number in the window. So you'd go down, put your name in. I'd be 87. You'd go down there and it'd be 65. So you'd be coming up pretty soon. They'd call your number. You'd go put your name in. You'd tell them you were there. And then they'd go, you're on the tee with the 841 group. And you'd actually go pick your player. So if you were first on the tee, you got to pick whichever of the 4 players you wanted. If you were last on the tee, you got the last bag, and you went. And we'd caddy 2 loops a day. So we'd caddy 36 holes a day. We'd probably do it 4 or 5 days a week. And then we'd play golf the other 2 days. And I was on my feet that whole summer. We were playing golf, walking, caddying, sitting in the bars after drinking. It was everything you kind of, look back on and are happy you got to do it. But yeah, the caddying there is crazy too, with the bunkering and the sight lines and trying to convince an American golfer to hit it over this rock, not that rock. That caddying is very, very different.
That's cool. Really cool.
Final thing on that, my in-laws have been out there. They're not golfers. They still appreciated the town, the course, the history there. But how was just, rather quickly, but how was the town? You said you went out some, but how was spending time out there?
Well, the University of St. Andrews is the 3rd biggest college in the UK. So, there's a lot of young people there. So, we're fresh out of college. So it was actually pretty vibrant, more than I think you'd imagine it was being. There was a couple of clubs that we'd go to at times, kind of underground clubs. A lot of the people there in the summer are golfers, right? So, if you go to the pubs by the golf course, it's golfers. If you kind of move a little bit away from it, you'd get a little bit more of the locals. But, we play darts and eat nachos and drink beer and, get ready for the next day. And, the town is the coolest town in the world if you're a golf fan.
So cool.
Absolutely. And then you caddied on the LPGA Tour, is that right? What kind of grind is that?
Yeah, I did it actually for a story. I was a friend of mine called me that was playing on the LPGA Tour. She was a former #1 ranked amateur in the world that went to Arizona. She called me and was like, "I'm playing in a tournament in Phoenix. Do you mind caddying for me? I just want my vibes were off or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'd love to." And so I pitched it to I think I was writing at AOL at the time, and I was like, "Can I caddy and write a story about it?" Caddied. It was my respect level for caddying went up massively after that week. It's a way more intense and detailed job than I think we, even as golf fans, understand it. And it was, she played pretty well, made the cut. We made a check. And then I caddied for her again in Houston, then caddied for a friend 4 or 5 times after that. So I probably caddied maybe 6 events. I think I missed one cut. So I think all in all, I mean, it's not hashtag Chad who caddied one time and one time only and won, I think, on the Corn Ferry Tour. But I was pretty happy with the caddying. It's not a job I want, I'll say that. It's a tough job. I mean, you're grinding and carrying bags, and I mean, you're there when they're practicing, you're there when they're leaving. Like, it's a very stressful, intense job. But I mean, I got to caddy at Royal Melbourne one round for 1 week for a friend of mine that played in the Women's Australian Open. I mean, some of those things were wild, but yeah, it was my respect level, like I said, it grew immensely when I did it for a few weeks.
Shane, I know you said you don't want you don't envy that, but with those numbers, man, like, bring back bacon.
I mean, I think my shoulder carrying days outside of my own bag are out. I think I'll caddy for a friend of mine if they qualify for something incredible. But I think I'm done.
I
think
understand.
I'm retired.
I understand.
Visiting with Shane Bacon here. Kash and Matty talking golf. Shane, quite a broadcast career, and you're still so young. I mean, you've done the Masters, but we want to put the focus a little bit on Chicago area because we know that best. And you've been here a couple of times with a couple of gigs, right?
Yeah, I did. I was kind of an on-course floating reporter, rover kind of position during the Bryson U.S. Amateur win. If you remember, that was Bryson. That was number 1 ranked amateur, I think, was Rahm at the time. So a lot of kind of the big boys involved in that.
Yeah.
So that was down south of you guys about half an hour. And then I actually hosted the first ever U.S. Women's Open, Senior Women's Open, and that was at Chicago Golf. So that one was, you talk about special. I mean, that was an incredible week. I mean, I've never played the golf course still, but it's atop my bucket list in terms of golf courses. But seeing it in tournament condition, driving out on the grounds for the first time, I mean, you talk about being blown away by a golf course.
Yeah, no kidding. Shane, you mentioned this, that you may have played Olympia in your years, right? I
think that's it.
Yeah, and
I mean, that's sad. The Chicago my Chicago lineup is bad. I got to change that. I mean, I played a decent amount of golf in Milwaukee. I've played a lot of golf in the areas up there, but yeah, my Chicago. I was thinking about this when you were messaging me a couple of days ago. It's like I haven't played really any places in Chicago, and I've got friends in Chicago. Like I the only reason is I haven't done it.
Yeah. Well, that can change. There's Steve and I. This show is locked in on the public scene, some of the private scenes, our experiences in that. But you won't regret it coming to Chicago. You've done the food. I mean, we can probably entice you with the food. Sneak you out for that.
What's the Pequods or whatever it's called? Was that the pizza place?
No, you got it.
Pequods?
Yeah.
Low on the list. Compared to,
you don't like it.
Oh,
you don't
Steve.
like it.
I don't know Pequods that well. I mean, I think of Lou Malnati's, right? I mean, there's such great pizza here.
So
especially
what's the best public track in Chicago? Do you guys agree on it, or is there a disagreement in the room?
Oh, wow.
Steve loves a place down south called Ravislow.
Love Ravislow.
Right by Olympia. So that's a south side. That's Homewood.
Yep, Donald Ross course.
We love. There's one a Linksy course up north. You're almost on the border of Wisconsin, so you're heading north. But it's called Shepherd's Crook. We love.
Boy, Cantini is phenomenal.
Highlands of Elgin. So
yeah.
Shane, there's a. Have you heard of Elgin, Illinois, or no?
No, I mean I don't. It doesn't come to mind.
No, like far northwest. 45 minutes, hour out of the city. But Elgin's got 2 great public tracks: Bowes Creek and Highlands of Elgin.
Probably 2 of the best city courses you will ever play. That's run by a city. It's amazing, just amazing. I mean, just like private tracks, but so much great golf here. I mean, no one grows turf, Shane, like we do here in Chicago. I mean, I've played in.
Why is that? What is it? Is it
the bent grass? It's just. I mean, I've played in Hawaii, in Europe, California, Florida, and nobody has. You admit, Matt? I mean, you agree? No one has grass like this. The bent grass.
I love when you say that. I don't know. I don't
really?
I'm not an expert in the grass like you, Shane.
But you've played.
Steve. Yeah, an agronomist. Shane, Steve and I have had this conversation, and I'm just going back to I guess I haven't played in Hawaii. I can't compare it to. I've played some Arizona golf.
You played in Florida, right?
I played Florida. I've played Carolinas. I don't know.
Nothing like the grass and the turf here in Chicago area.
We're gonna make a shirt.
At the
we're
best.
gonna make a shirt for Steve.
And send me one. The Arizona, I mean, I lived in Arizona for a long time. The Arizona, like right now, time of year, green complexes are tough to beat, man. You know, like when the weather's hot and that stuff's popping, Phoenix Country Club or Paradise Valley or Pinnacle Peak or one of those places in Phoenix, man, those greens right now, it is glass, dude. I mean, they're tough to beat. But I got to get to Chicago. I'll compare it to prime Scottsdale days.
There you go. Hey,
what's the best course you ever played? Your favorite that you've played, Shane? You have one that jumps out around the world.
Man, I mean, its favorite is it's tough to pick. Is it experience? Is it golf course? Is it architecture? I mean, I think I think a golf course I tend to go to a lot because I don't love going to the ones that everybody expects you to say.
Right.
There's a golf course in South Carolina called Yeamans Hall, and it's a Seth Rayner, and I love Seth Rayner. He's my favorite designer. I think about that golf course a lot in terms of 1 through 18, historical golf course. Complexes are insane. I think about Yeamans a lot. It's high on my list. I mean, you know, I've been lucky to play Cypress Point. You know, I mean, I don't think you can have a better walk in terms of 18 holes than that. And then St. Andrews is high on my list too. You know, I mean, I just in terms of my time there, getting to play it the way I played it, getting to caddy on it, understand the golf course, like the history of it. Everybody there's having the best day of their year, maybe the best day of their life. Like that stuff matters in terms of an awesome golf course.
That's cool. Absolutely.
that's amazing. Hey, before we wrap, Shane, you might not know this. I've got and we always have Lily, my daughter's putter, up on the table here. She's going to be 4 coming up. I'm turning into Golfers Zoo, right? The Golfers Zoo. Are we going to see a second? We're going to see a second.
Explain what it is, Matt.
This is for the listeners who may not know, this is Shane's book. This is Shane's children's book. I
wrote a children's golf book about 5 years ago called The Golfers Zoo. Yeah, it's for my son's 6 now. I wrote it kind of inspired when I had a kid to do something like that. Honestly, at the time, there weren't a lot of children's golf books out there, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it. We've talked about doing the touchy-feely version of it.
Yeah.
For like the real little kids. We've batted that idea around. I don't know if I'll go Golfers Zoo 2, but I do like the idea of maybe exploring the children's book space in another avenue for golfers. Maybe focus more on maybe like girls getting into golf. It's something I've batted around the idea of. But I think of all the stuff I've done in my career, it's my favorite thing because I love getting messages on Instagram and stuff from dads that are like, it's my kid's favorite book. You know, I mean, Solly from No Laying Up the other day sends a picture of his, like him and his kiddos, and like the books, like they're all around the book. You know, I mean, I that stuff is, again, you can call golf and it's great and I love doing it, but when you get dads that are really into that thing and they, you know, their kids love it and maybe even makes the kid want to go play golf, like that stuff's way cooler to me than anything else I could do. My son, by the way, I wrote the book for him in theory, and he never cared about it. And then we had a daughter, and she was obsessed with it. So I was like, at least one of the kids liked it.
Hey,
you know?
one for
you
two.
never know, right?
And she'd go, Dad, that book. And I'm like, hey, yeah, Dad, that book. We'll read Dad, that book tonight.
Hey, Shane, those pages, real durable, right? You had to make those.
Yeah, listen.
Right.
My daughter ripped a few of them. We had to replace the book. But yes, I mean they are. I think it's a little bit higher quality paper than what you typically run into with a book. But I'm not going to say they're unrippable because Charlotte tore mine apart.
Well, good work on that, man. That's fun to talk about. I love that you did that. The only children's golf book in our collection is something. It's something along the lines of "Help, my dad lost his golf ball." Not kidding. It's hilarious. It is quite funny. That is the one in our collection. So
whatever it takes the kids to. Yeah, Shane, what's your next gig as we let you go? What's your what do you got on tap?
I've got Corn Ferry. Our next Corn Ferry event's in about 3 weeks. Club Car Championship, which is at a really cool golf course in Savannah, and so I've got that, and then a week off, and then Masters, which I'll be doing my usual gig there. And then I think we have maybe a week off, and then we got Corn Ferry again, and then PGA. So this is a little bit of a quiet couple of weeks, and then I'll get back to kind of running on the road.
There you go.
Great. So have you played Augusta?
Never played it. Never played it.
All right. You would think that they would allow you guys in some. I know there's that Monday media tournament. Are you allowed to put your name in that?
You know what? I don't think broadcast is allowed to put their name in.
Really?
So
Wow.
I don't even take my bats anymore down there. I just, I mean, it's not like,
Wow.
I used to take them in hopes of being pulled, and I don't even take them anymore. I just take my bag of clothes and mics and all that good stuff. And it's a wild week, man, but it's my favorite week of the year. So
Hey.
I'm looking at some of those names right now that are playing good golf right now, like Patrick Reed, and I'm like, Patrick Reed, not a bad play, I don't think, if he keeps this up. So it'll
Right.
be an interesting week.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
you do a great job. It's fun. It's fun watching you during the Masters, especially on the early rounds and everything that you're on. And keep up the great work. So great to say hi and meet you virtually here. We got a lot of mutual friends, but I appreciate Matt bringing you on.
Yeah, anytime, guys. I'll tell Spo you said hello.
Please
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pete Esposito is a longtime friend. Worked with him back in 2000, Matt. And we were
on.
doing the Champions
on.
Tour on CNBC.
I was reading kids' books. I was reading my own kids' books.
You were, exactly.
Hey, why don't we wrap it up, Shane? Sit tight for just a second. We're going to wrap the show.
Yes.
In Steve
Well, our
Kashul
thanks to
way.
Shane Bacon, our great guest, and wishing Shane all the best and continue to follow him. But we're here in Park Ridge, Illinois, in the wonderful Laird's Pub. And again, about 5 blocks away is where I grew up, so it's great to always be back here in Park Ridge, Illinois. Many thanks to Laird Crawford, Ian Ryan, Interactive, our production company, Will Ojeda on the 4 cameras. People don't realize we have 4 cameras here and the switching system, the whole thing. Chris Puner helps us with the podcast.
I always say it. We got it too good.
Yep,
We got it
yep.
too good over here.
So for Matt Smith, I'm Steve Kashul. Thanks so much, everybody, and see you next time.